I coached this man that ain't been out of jail for too long. Here's how I went. It was Friday just after breakfast with my friend who's also a mental health professional. We were standing in the parking lot having a really good conversation, and then this guy walks up and says, hey, could you buy me some food? I'm going to use his words. He was dressed bummy. He gives me like a 30-second synopsis, and I can tell this brother is angry. So I was going to buy him breakfast, and I was going to buy him a gift card. But I didn't know that McDonald's didn't do gift cards. Before I could get him food, he starts telling me his story. Because of a violent situation, he snapped, whoop-de-whoop. He tells me, I've always hustled since I'm a kid. I've always made money. It's never been a thing. And I could get my life right, but I've been stuck in this situation with this female, and man, it's driving me crazy. I feel like I'm about to lose my mind. Now, we know the obvious answer. You need to leave him alone, but sometimes the obvious answer when your feelings is high, it ain't that easy. You know that. Since paradigm mapping is what I do, I decide I'm not going to let him know. I'm just going to do it. I'm looking at him, and I can see the anger. It's hot as lava. I have a strategy for that. You see, anger is actually good. Anger is a change mover. Where anxiety jams you up and makes you feel like not moving or too confused to move or too overwhelmed to move, anger can actually set you in motion. It's just that when you misinterpret it, it'll set you in motion the wrong way. The anger is going to send you down a path of trying to understand why. That's the wrong direction. You're not getting anything from it. So with my strategy, if you're going this way, I pick you up, turn you around, and set you back. But first, I got to vent that anger. And that's what I did. We sitting outside McDonald's. This dude is like yelling. I'm sitting there calm, cool. He gets to a point to where he's crying. He's like, man, you make me feel like a bitch asking me these questions. I said, that's how it feels, but that's not who you are, is it? Watch this. He says, nah, because I'm this, and I always been this, and that, right? He starts affirming himself. I know that it looks like he was talking shit, but no, this man was affirming himself. He just didn't know that he was affirming himself. So I said, you're saying that because she needs to know that. He's like, yeah. I said, I feel like you need to know that. He said, what you mean? You a hustler, right? Yeah. You know your customers, right? Yeah. You know who not your customer, right? I see what you did. You see where I'm going? Yeah. That's not my people. So you are not yourself. Is this you? Sitting outside of the McDonald's? 9, 10 o'clock in the morning? Waiting on a woman to give you attention? Is that you? He like, I'll stop talking because I gotta let him sit with that so that I can take him to the next point. And so he talks, but he talks more about himself this time and how much he gives and how much he cares and all this other stuff. I ask him about his upbringing. He tells me about his upbringing and some of the stuff that he's went through and why he is the way he is. Okay. And then he tells me, I know that God had a calling on my life, and I feel like I miss my calling. I feel like I'm not doing with my life what I should be doing. I said, what should you be doing? He said, I should be helping people in a way to help them change their lives for the better. So I said, if you're giving your best to somebody who doesn't want it, does that encourage you to want to help people who might need it? And that got me what I wanted. That man broke like a twig, broke. I mean, crying, tears, weeping, sobbing, broke. And then I ministered to him because ministering to people is part of my coaching. And I said, what if you're not just angry at her? What if you're angry at yourself? Can you tell me what you would be angry about yourself about? We went through it, and that broke him some more. Because this is the other side of anger. So we talk it out. Not gonna put his business out there. But in the middle of crying, he said, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I needed this. Sometimes you just need to talk to people. I need it. Yeah. While we were talking, somebody else bought him food he didn't even ask for. Okay? Because that's God. And that man lifted his head up. He stood, and you could see the power going through him. Lifted his head up and said, yeah. What do I do now? I said, you start ugly. That's what you do. What do you mean start ugly? You start ugly. You know what you need to do. You just might not be able to do it the way you want to do it right now. He said, yeah, I'm going to start ugly because when I get right, then I can change it. I said, cool, because when you figure it out, I think you're going to realize that the people that you are stuck in this hole with are the people that you're supposed to be ministering to help them come out as well. The dude started praising Jesus. He started giving glory to God in the middle of all of that. He started giving glory. He said, that's it. That's it. Anyway, you got it. MarioWarren.com. Feel possible.